One of the issues that people have is the issue of racking their firearm. Okay? Very easy to overcome. You need to understand that just because you have the gun does not exempt it from the laws of physics. The laws of physics definitely plays a part in this. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction, force, counterforce, all that stuff. Okay? And so, some people, it's not just having the gun, it's also having the physical strength to be able to negotiate or manipulate that particular object, be it the slide or the grip. Okay? And because different people's strengths vary, right, you need to find a better way to get things done. So, again, we assume every firearm is loaded, point that firearm in a safe direction, keep your finger off the trigger, okay? You never want to use any live ammunition. I suggest using snap caps. These snap caps are formed like the shape of the caliber of the round that your firearm takes. It just does not have any real live primers. And I'm going to also be using these. These are real casings, not real bullets, even though they look like real bullets, and they are missing the primer. That's why it's very important for you to understand the parts of ammunition, the 4 parts, okay? Bullet, casing, powder, and primer. One of those 4 things are missing, you don't have a complete round of ammunition, okay? At least not in modern day firearms. So, with the racking of the slide, okay? In fact, we don't even need the magazine to be able to demonstrate this, okay? With the racking of the slide. Now, you can do this multiple ways, okay? You can, remember, you never want to put your finger forward, at or forward of the ejection port. At or forward of the ejection port. I'm going to move over this way just a little bit because I don't want to point the fire. I need that space, and I don't want to point the fire at you, okay? All right. You don't want to have your fingers forward of the ejection port. Here's one of the issues that would happen if you did that, okay? So now, this firearm, for all intents and purposes, even though we assume it's loaded, you just seen me do what? Load it. All right, shit's going down, okay? So, let's just say I want to go on ahead and reload it. I'm going to put my fingers over here. Watch what's going to happen. I just caused a malfunction, okay? Because the round trying to leave the gun has no place to go. So with the laws of physics, it's going to bounce off your hand and go right back into the ejection port. Now, I just caused a type 2 malfunction, even though it looks a little bit funky. Typically, the type 2 malfunction is a failure to feed, right, or more so a failure to eject, in that this one did not eject the round all the way out because there was an obstruction that got in the way, okay, because of you, operator error. So, corrective action procedure, tap, rack, assess, if necessary, press. So you're getting a 2 for a lesson, how to rack the slide and how to clear a malfunction type 2. All right, tap the magazine to seat it, rack that slide to take out the bad round and insert a new round, assess the deadly threat to see if it's still deadly, and if necessary, press, okay? So I just showed you why you don't want to have your hand over the ejection port, all right? Here's another lesson. Y'all just getting all these lessons. How to clear your firearm, okay? First thing you want to do is remove that magazine, okay? Remove that magazine, remove the extra source of ammunition. You can move it out of the way, put it in your pocket, put it here right by your pinky, whatever. It just needs to be out of the way, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is remove what?
Magazine.
Tell me, say something. Remove
magazine.
What? Remove the magazine. Say it again.
Remove the magazine.
Say it again.
Remove the magazine.
Say it again.
Remove the magazine.
Say it again.
Remove the magazine.
Don't forget it. Do it again.
Remove the magazine.
Good shit. Remove the magazine. All right, now we want to rack that slide. Back to our original lesson, right? Rack that slide, because is it still loaded?
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. Hell yeah. It better be still loaded. I'm glad you said no. Yeah. It's not a no, but I'm glad you said no because you're learning. I love it. Here we go. It is still loaded because some people will think no, for real, right? It is still loaded. It's one in the what?
Chamber.
Chamber. Okay, so we got to remove that. Now, here's one way. Some people have enough dexterity and strength in their hands to where they can slingshot it, right? Think about a slingshot or a rubber band that you popped in school when you were being bad and had to be sent to Principal Oshak Hennessy's office. All right? You get it? Here we go. You can just put your, remember, ruffles have ridges, firearms do too. These are called serrations, okay? Some have them on the forward part of the slide, but they are mainly on the rear part of the slide, close to the rear sight, okay? And that's where your thumb and fingers should go, okay? If you have the strength to do that, just maintain a good grip on the firearm, index that trigger, and just pull the slide back forcefully. I'm glad it didn't hit you. Forcefully causing that round to eject. Some people are able to do that, some people are not, okay? So, here's one thing you can do. You can take the heel of your hand, place it right here. Be mindful of where your end or your this pinky finger is, so that it's not going forward of the ejection port. Okay? You want to keep it here. Take the fingertips, touch these serrations. Remember, the sense of touch is great because you're not going to always be in a lot of light. So you want to be able to sense that you are touching this gun at the right points. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to divide the strength. You're going to pull back with this hand holding the grip and push forward with, strike that, push back with this hand holding the slide and push forward with this hand holding the grip in this kind of motion. So you're dividing it like so, like so, like so, okay? You can bring the firearm closer to you, okay? If this is my safe direction, I can do it like this. I can turn my body, do it like this. I can turn the firearm to the side, do it like this, okay? But in any event, that muzzle needs to stay in the direction that is identified as your safe direction, okay? Bring it closer to you. The further out you have it, you don't have a lot of control because you don't have a lot of muscular and skeletal support. You're out there alone, okay? So bring it closer to you so that way you have more muscular and skeletal support for this action, okay? Think about it. If my deadly threat is here and I'm trying to assault my threat, let's just say I have a malfunction, type 1 malfunction. Pop, type 1, click and no boom. I want to tap that mag, rack that slide and get back on target towards my threat, right? Click and no boom, tap, rack. I'm pulling that firearm out towards that threat because I want to stop that threat quickly. Most armed encounters are 2 to 5 yards, 6 to 15 feet. Most situations, you're shooting one-handed anyway, so I don't need to bring both hands together. I just need to, shit, get back on target towards that threat. Tap, rack, back on target towards that threat. Tap, rack, back on target towards that threat. You saw every time I brought that gun, was it far out or close in? Close. Close in. Got that click. Tap, rack, violence of action. Okay? So, divide it in half. Tap, heel here, fingers here, grip here. Just imagine, that's why your grip is so important, all right? You're holding it, throwing that gun out. Not throwing it, but throwing it out. Because you understand the forces that you're competing with. You're competing with the tension on this guide spring, right? You're also competing with the stress of the situation too, okay? So bigger picture actions produce simpler results where you can get back on target towards that threat. Does that help you? Yeah. Okay? Sometimes you can't always click, slingshot. Not everybody has that strength. Okay? So you need to learn how to do it better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Instructor Mike, you've been trained. Follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. 173,000 followers on TikTok. One video did that. That's crazy. Follow me on TikTok or Instagram, and yes, Mike said it. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Instructor Mike. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Get your ass in someone's concealed carry class. It's no one's job to protect you but you. I'll see you. Kobe!